Hey guys, what's up? It's Giuseppe yet again. Thank you so much for joining me today. So, what we're going to be doing is, if you've been following along, we're just building a lot of things because Cloud Code and Cloud Desktop's been pretty easy to build stuff with. So, if you are building stuff, sometimes what will happen is you'll decide that you want to start building something with a friend. And you're like, how do I build something with a friend using Cloud Code on my desktop or even Cloud Desktop on my desktop? It's a good question. So what the process is for this is you need a GitHub, which is free, and then you just need to know how to push and pull things from GitHub. So I'm going to open up a project that is brand new. I've just been working on it for a couple of days. And yeah, I'm going to show you like a quick 1-2 about how to get it up onto GitHub and then what it'll look like for your friend to join in, download their own version, update it, and then they push that back to GitHub. So the idea is you make changes, you push it to GitHub, your friends make changes, they download it, they make changes, they push it back to GitHub again. That's the idea here, is that you are pretty much sharing what's called a repository, and a repository is where this stuff is stored. It's where your code is stored. So it's accessible if it's made public, and anyone can go on there and just kind of like, make a change, maybe push it to branch. So we're going to dig into this together. I'm learning this too. But if you've been vibe coding, if you've been thinking about this stuff and how to get better at it, I'll show you as far as I've got so far. And then, if you have examples or something you think I could do better, something I don't quite get, like, please let me know. I'm happy to learn. And if you find value in this or you enjoy hanging out with me, drop a like, comment, subscribe, smash the button down below. It'd be super awesome. It even helps all of my efforts go a little further. Now, without further ado, let's get into it a little bit. Now, what we're going to do here is I need to CD into my drive. So my drive is over here. So I'll show you this. So this is the folder that I'm working in. So I just go in here, I right click it, I go get info, and then in the name here, I do copy as path name. Click that. Then I go in here, I go CD, paste the path name, and then I know that this is furnished dash apartments. So let's type that in, furnished dash apartments. Great, we're in. Now I'm going to launch Claude. Make this a little bigger for you guys so it's easier to see. There you go. Now we're in. Okay, so this exists. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to our repositories, which is in GitHub. We're going to click new. We're going to go Chicago test is available. No one else has used that yet. Cool. Public. I choose who can commit, but anyone can see it. That's great. And get ignore template. We don't need a template. We're going to add that ourselves and choose a license. I'm just going to leave that be for a bit. I'm going to click create repository. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go. I've learned to just kind of start asking questions. How can we commit this code to my new GitHub repository? And then there's the link. And I'm just going to let it do its own thinking. I'll help you commit this code. First, let me check the current Git status and then guide you through the process. Great. I've just learned that like a lot of this stuff is conversational. It wants to be able to bash its own commands. Sure. I've learned to be a little bit more conversational with this, and I really like asking open-ended questions to help guide it towards what I want it to do. I found that to be a lot more engaging, and it seems to do what I want more often and find its own solutions. So, it's a little less prescriptive. It's a little less like telling it what to do and more like, hey, here's what I'm trying to solve. How do you want to solve it? there you go. Committed and pushed. Your code is now on GitHub. So I'm gonna go here. I mean, if we just refresh this page, what happens? There you go. Everything is there. Okay. And that's it. That's how hard it is. I mean, it's not hard at all. But that's all it is. It's just quick and dirty. And now I'm going to say, okay, I want my friend to be able to work on this and submit updates to a branch. How do I go about that? Okay, so now it's giving me some instructions. Enable collaborator mode. So it says to go into here, click settings, click collaborators. Now I don't like searching, so I just use Command F and I let it find it for me. Of course, it's right at the top and super obvious. That's embarrassing, but it's okay. Then we'll click add people. Probably could have seen that. It's going to need to find someone. So he's going to have to set his own thing up. But once he does, I'll come back in here and I'll hook him up. But anyways, that's it. It's pretty quick and dirty. I mean, this is like not a difficult thing. But in terms of like working on something, working on a project that you're currently within, the best practice that I've seen is you launch it locally, you get it working, right? So it works locally. And then what you do is you update your GitHub. And now GitHub is kind of like that line in the sand, like I've at least made it to here. And then as you make changes, make your changes locally, preferably on Docker. I guess it's the best way to do that. I can do a little thing on that. You make your changes locally, and then when they work, when everything's working, then you push it to live and you make that happen. You push it to Git. Once it's on the Git, you're kind of saying, this is as far as I've gotten it. You push, get it to Git. Once it's there, from now on, you at least have that as your baseline and you can move forward. Anyways, if you found some value here, thank you. Drop a like, comment, subscribe. If you've watched to the end, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much for spending time with me this morning, and I look forward to hanging out with you again. See you later.